Hello everyone. The following reading is an excerpt from Level Up in 21 Days, written by Ziki. For information about the book, please refer to the More Info section below. Thank you. The psychology behind procrastination and how to tackle it. Procrastination is more than a bad habit. It's relatively easy to list the keys to success, but gaining insight into what hinders your success and causes your failures in leveling up is far more crucial. Yet, despite our best intentions, many of these goals remain unfulfilled. The gap between intention and execution is a familiar frustration. But what lies at the heart of this failure to follow through? In other words, what stops people from achieving their goals? Often, the answer is procrastination. Procrastination is commonly misunderstood as mere laziness or lack of discipline. In reality, it is far more complex and deeply rooted in psychology. Understanding the true nature of procrastination and the mechanisms that drive it is key to overcoming it and achieving one's goals. The emotional core of procrastination. In fact, procrastination is often considered an emotional regulation issue rather than a time management problem. We delay tasks not because we don't know what needs to be done, but because we avoid the discomfort they entail. This discomfort might be anxiety, fear of failure, boredom, dislike of your job, or even fear of success. In trying to escape these unpleasant emotions, our brain tricks us into seeking short-term relief, usually through distraction or delay. This temporary avoidance feels good in the moment. Scrolling through social media, watching another episode on Netflix, or reorganizing one's desk all provide fleeting comfort. However, the longer the task is avoided, the more pressure and guilt build, increasing the emotional burden and creating a vicious cycle. Eventually, this self-sabotaging behavior becomes habitual. Perfectionism and fear of failure. One of the most potent contributors to procrastination is perfectionism. The idea that if something cannot be done perfectly, it's not worth doing at all can paralyze people. These individuals often set unrealistically high standards for themselves and then delay action out of fear that they won't meet them. Perfectionists may also fear judgment from others. The thought of producing substandard work, or worse, failing, can be so overwhelming that it's easier not to try. This fear-based paralysis is deeply tied to one's sense of identity and self-worth, making it even more challenging to overcome. Lack of clear structure and goals. While some procrastinate for emotional reasons, others do so because their goals lack clarity or structure. Vague goals like get fit, lose weight, or start a business are easy to postpone because they offer no clear roadmap or actionable steps, as I have discussed in the key factors of successful self-improvement. The brain thrives on specificity and measurable progress. Motivation can quickly fade without a defined outcome or timeline, and the goal becomes little more than an abstract idea. The strategy involves breaking down a large goal into smaller, manageable tasks. This can dramatically reduce procrastination. People are more likely to act when the next step is clear and achievable. Instant gratification and modern distractions. We live in a digital era of constant buzzing, demanding our attention. Smartphones, social media, entertainment apps, and the internet offer endless opportunities for distraction. Many people are unaware that these tools are designed to keep us hooked, often at the expense of our productivity. The human brain is hardwired to seek pleasure and avoid pain, so when faced with choosing between writing a report and watching funny videos, the latter usually wins. Instant gratification steals our time and rewires our brains to expect quick rewards. Long-term goals, by contrast, require sustained effort and delayed reward. Over time, this disconnect can make goal-oriented tasks dull and unrewarding, further reinforcing procrastination. The myth of "I work better under pressure." Some people comfort themselves with the belief that they perform better when deadlines loom. Stress can sometimes sharpen focus in the short term, but the quality of work produced under pressure is rarely outstanding. What's more, chronic procrastination leads to unnecessary stress, sleep deprivation, and a potential decline in mental and physical well-being. I used to say, "Deadline inspires," but then I usually regret it. I could have done it better. Relying on last-minute rushes also deprives individuals of the chance to reflect, revise, and refine their work, skills essential for proper growth and mastery. Now that you know the psychology of procrastination, let's look at the strategies for overcoming procrastination. Understanding procrastination is the first step, but only half the battle. To truly overcome it, individuals must adopt practical strategies. To learn more about the strategies, please visit www.amazon.com and search for Level Up in 21 Days by Ziki, or click the link below. Kindle ebook and paperback are available. Thank you.